King Frederick undoubtedly feels the poignancy of losing Per Tornith, a distinguished personal advisor and trusted mentor. He has just passed away, and because it could not have been otherwise, the monarchs attended his funeral along with the Prince Joachim and Princess Maria, all in strict mourning. Although they live in the United States, they were vacationing at Cor Castle, where they usually spend their summers, so they did not hesitate to attend this sad evening as soon as they heard about it. Per Thornit was not only the head of Frederick's secretariat, but also a figure who played a key role in shaping him as a person and a monarch. King Frederick called him a second father. It was for this reason that the royal couple left the Olympic Games in Paris prematurely and returned home. They were to stay in Paris for a few more days, enjoying the Olympic Games, but this sad news meant that Mary and Federico had to leave for Copenhagen late at night. During this public appearance where everyone gathered to say goodbye to Per Tornith, there is a detail that attracted particular attention. After the royal couple's stay in Paris, an accident in which Queen Mary was injured became apparent. Although Mary's appearance always attracts our attention, even on a sad date like this time it was not her style that stood out the most, as the Queen allowed herself to wear a bandage on her jaw, a fact that quickly drew attention from those present, and it was very much commented on. This is why the royal household itself wanted to clarify what this was related to, assuring that it was about a minor accident that Mary had recently suffered related to horseback riding. It is one of his greatest passions, as we were recently able to see Mary enjoying the Olympic jumping races during her stay in Paris. The strong togetherness felt at the Olympic Games has always meant something special to both of us, and also brings back wonderful memories of experiencing the Olympic atmosphere together again. They wrote on the royal family's official Instagram account, Mary not only enjoys watching being performed by professionals in the field, but has also been riding and racing herself for a long time, which is why I recently had this incident. According to a Danish popular publication, the palace's communications department assured that the bruise Mary was hiding was just an abrasion on her skin that she received as a result of riding. Apparently the Queen was not entirely comfortable being seen in these clothes, especially since she always gives us the perfect image at each of her public appearances. In fact, her ailment was so obvious that when photographers pictured her with that side of her face, she didn't hesitate to bring her hand up to that area, covering the abrasion. It was admittedly not a big band-aid either, which helped immensely for his huge black Pamel to hide it. The widow of the deceased was the one who received kings and princes at the door of Holman's church, the one they all wanted to support in these trying times. In fact, Mary gently embraced the woman, making it clear that their relationship was beautiful. The Danish publication reported that after the funeral, the couple mingled with the rest of the funeral attendees, with whom they chatted casually before returning to the palace. It is noteworthy that among those present we could find Mary's stylist and assistant, Anya Kaupamala Alaji. Per was a very important person to the royal family, so much so that both Federico and his younger brother considered him almost a father figure, being a huge and prominent figure in their lives. This is why there was no doubt whether they would leave Paris to be by the side of his widow and family on such a painful day, as it was important for all of them to be able to say goodbye to this man who was so important to the monarch. So much so that he was the head of both brothers' secretariat. Although Per eventually retired in 2020, his connection to them all remained until the end of his days. Serving as head of the Crown Prince's Secretariat from 1990, and then as head of the court from 1995 to 2004. Thornit found himself at the center of Frederick's royal life during a period when the Crown Prince was searching for his path and his talents. These years were full of challenges, and Tornith proved to be an indispensable advisor who helped Frederick find confidence in himself and his purpose. Tornith was noted for his ability to speak the same language as the princes, preferring open and honest communication, which was valuable to the young crown prince. In an interview, Thornit shared his approach to raising the princes. "I tried to have open and honest conversations with them, just as I did with my own children, because that is the only way to truly help a person grow and develop." Under his guidance, Frederick went from an insecure heir to a mature and prepared man for the role of monarch. Tornith was not afraid to speak plainly, even when it came to Frederick's personal life. For example, he advised the prince to be wary of marrying a Danish girl because of possible complications, which eventually led to Frederick finding his chosen one, Queen Mary, in Australia. When Frederick and Joachim started families in 2004, Tornith continued to support their spouses, especially Mary, who faced the challenge of adapting to a new culture and life in the royal family. But he introduced her to Danish traditions, showing her the importance of understanding and respecting cultural heritage. In 2006, Per Tornit was awarded the Grand Cross of the Order of Denmark for his outstanding services to the royal family. Recalling the moment, he recounted with humor the unexpected summons to the Queen, which ended with him presenting the award in the presence of the crown princes. Having ended his career in 2010, Thornit did not retire, but continued to be active in social and cultural life, engaging in charity work and historic preservation. He served on various boards and foundations, including the Crown Princess and Crown Prince Foundations, and chaired many cultural organizations. Per Tornit also distinguished himself as a historian, publishing works covering significant events in Danish history, such as the War of 1864. He focused on healthcare, serving on various medical boards and helping to develop healthcare in Denmark. Per Tornit was married twice and left behind his widow Ulu Tornit. His life and career exemplify how a person can have an invaluable impact on individual lives and society as a whole. The passing of Per Tornith marks the end of an era for the Danish royal family and the broader society he served so diligently. His influence extended far beyond his official duties. He was a mentor, a father figure, and a guide who shaped the lives of those around him with wisdom and integrity. Tornith's impact on King Frederick, particularly during the formative years of his journey from an uncertain heir to a confident monarch, is a testament to the power of mentorship and the importance of honest, open communication. His advice, often given with a deep understanding of both personal and cultural contexts, helped navigate the complexities of royal life and fostered a sense of responsibility and purpose in the future king. Tornith's legacy is not just in the titles and honors he received, but in the relationships he nurtured and the lives he touched. His work in cultural preservation, healthcare, and charity reflects a deep commitment to the well-being of his country, a commitment that extended beyond his official capacity. The respect and affection with which he is remembered, not only by the royal family but by the wider community, speak to a life lived with purpose and generosity. As we reflect on Tornith's life, we are reminded of the enduring value of service, humility, and the quiet strength that comes from leading by example. His story is a poignant reminder that true leadership is not about power or position, but about the positive and lasting influence one has on others. In this sense, Per Tornith's legacy will continue to live on, not just in the history books, but in the hearts and minds of those who knew him and those who have benefited from his life's work.